Hello, Malik Harrington here, Family Budget Fisherman. Thank you for tuning in to this another very special episode. As you read in the thumbnail and in the description below, this is what turns out to be my Omnia Fishing Mega Haul. So stay tuned. Let's unbox it together. Welcome back. Again, as you read in the thumbnail and the description below, this is my Omnia Fishing Mega Haul. Now, I didn't get all these items all on one order. I did it on 3 orders across maybe a couple, 2-3 weeks or so. Of course, this is during the time when I essentially went dark for a few months, but I was still buying equipment. So I have a lot of equipment that I want to share with you I'm a little backed up, but it turned out this started to just be me getting some 6 cents flush baits. I have been wanting to get these flush baits for a while, and when they first came out, but I was timing them. As you all know, I don't get anything unless it's a deal. And with Omnia Fishing here, I got a fantastic deal. Let me just say this. They have a premium service that gives you, a little discount off of merchandise. And then in some cases, they have influencers or people who work with them who have discount codes. And so you can work your orders so that you can catch things on sale and take advantage of those influencers' discounts, or be a part of the premium program and then get a discount that way. In any event, if you time it right, you can save as much as 35%. In some cases, even more, because the way they mark down certain items. Some items are marked down 25% off the top, and with some of their rewards cash that you accrue along with the discounts, it could represent a really good bargain for you. I have taken a personal note not to say how much of a discount, because sometimes the discounts are really, really good. And if you really want to get a good deal, start with Omnia Fishing. And I would say in this order: Omnia Fishing, Dick's Sporting Goods, Sportsman's Warehouse from time to time has a deal. They got a nice little deal going on right now. 25% coupon if you buy $200 or more of merchandise. And I think that's going on through the 19th of June or something like that. So you can take advantage of that. Suffice it all to say, I start off with just wanting to get some flukes and wanted to get some of these spunk shads for trailers. And then it turned out to be this mega haul: 2 rods and, of course, 2 boxes of baits. So the boxes of baits are open because they've been open for a little while, but we're going to go through them together. So here we go. So starting with the flushes, as I told you, I got the flushes. I've been wanting to try them, and I am going to be trying them. This is the 6 cents flush, and this version is the threadfin shad. This is a 5.2 inch bait, a little bigger than I normally throw for this type of bait. I'm usually in the 3 to 4 inch range because I'm multi-species fishing, but I really, really am interested. Justin Royal, his channel, I'm very, very much, or I should say, I very much like his channel, and he promotes these, and I've seen him catch some really good fish off of these. And so that was my inspiration. I think I will say also, Punch Fishing, that YouTube channel, is one of those Omnia Fishing influencers who's got that 15% discount. Check him out. He's got a fantastic channel. His name is Brian, but Punch Fishing is the name of his channel. You would learn a lot, especially when it comes to high-end rods, from that gentleman's channel. He's amazing. So check him out. And he spends a little bit more time with spinning gear than most people who have spinning and bait cast combinations in their arsenal. Here's another set of those flukes. This is the baby bluegill model, which again, I really, really like. I love these colors. Yeah, I really love those colors. Then from X Zone Lures, these hot drop shots, which are really cool looking baits. And of course, this gets back into my little wheelhouse here for multi-species fishing. I can catch crappie, bass, big bluegill, catfish, just by throwing this. Some, shaker striper. You can do it all with that. Then I got some crappie baits. I like these. Sometimes the bass are looking for, baits that are small, not always huge, depending on the time. And you can catch some pretty good sized bass on these. These are the kamikaze swimming, is what they call them. Kamikaze swimming by Big Bite Baits. And this is called Snot Rocket. I don't know where they get these names from. And this is pearl chartreuse. And I very much like the tail that they have there. Open up one of these and share it with you. It's the tail that attracts me. There we go. As you can see, it's got that little forked tongue there. Forked tail, rather. So, thought it was a good bait that moves a little bit of water. By the way, these X Zone lures, the color I got on these is, this is called Melon Temptation. And this one is called Bass Candy. They look similar, but they are different. Some more X Zone lures. Tube baits. We really, really, really need to keep promoting these tube baits. These are some of those baits that you just don't get a chance to see much anymore. This is baby bass. This tube bait by X Zone Lures is baby bass. I like the way that looks. And then here's one. Whenever I see this kind of combination, I always go for it. This is called, I forget what the name of the type is, but it's kind of a combination of brownish and blue there. I think it's a cool looking bait. I'll show it to you. Okay. So I like those kind of color combinations, and I'm very confident with them. And of course, I got this is always something that people chase, the flatworm by Power Bait, the max set. Everybody's got to have one. Then some more of the crappie jigs. Here's some more crappie jigs. This is by Strike King, and these are crappie tubes called Bluegrass. And then some more crappie baits by Big Bite Baits. And this is the Black Neon Pearl Silver. So that was what was in box number 1 of 2 boxes. The next box is, again, those spunk shads. Is this all spunk shads? So I think I got a couple of them that was the same. Nope, they're all different colors. So this one is a 4.5 inch chartreuse pearl, as you can see it there. And we all are familiar with spunk shads. And this one is, this is the green pumpkin. And this one is albino is what they're calling it. Not pearl or white, but albino. And this one is called ghost minnow. And then this one, I got this more because it was bigger than the others. All the other ones I just showed you are 4.5 inches long. This one's 5.5 inches long. And this one, this color is blue gizzard right here. And I got these in particular because I got a big old, you probably can't see it here. There it is. Got a big old box of, there's a combination of bladed baits in here. I got jackhammers, thunder crickets. I've got Picasso blades in there. I've even got some Ketchco baits in there, some Strike King baits in there. I got a little bit of everybody in there. Thunder cricket is Strike King, but I got, this is just bladed baits, or bladed jig baits, as it were. So now I am going to open up these two rods, and I'll tell you why I got them. One of these is the, is the Victory rod by St. Croix. One of them is that. And one of them is the Cashin rod, and it's the Icon series, and I'm forgetting the Fisherman's name right now, but of course once we open it up, we'll know exactly which one it is, the name of it. I'm seeing the guy's name by memory, but I can't remember his name. So we're gonna open it up together. Another reason why I open this up is just for integrity as well. You know, make sure that you get everything you're supposed to get and it's in good shape. Because lately, things don't come, the packages don't come like they used to and are very reassuring. And I give an example. See this right here? I want you to see that right there. This is how this came to me. Now, I don't know who's responsible for something like that. But, you know, I just would like to know that better care is taken care of and things like that. Now, this is the St. Croix rod. This is the Victory rod. Now, you might ask, why in the world, Malie, family budget fisherman, why did you get this St. Croix rod when you didn't express interest in the rod when you first got the rod? And I'll tell you why. Number one, because this is a $200 rod. I will tell you a little bit about this. It's a $200 rod, and I was able to save a really good amount of money on this rod. I could have, with the amount of money I saved on this, in purchasing this rod, I could have bought 2 rods and I still would have been within my budget. It was that good of a deal. How much that was in numbers, like I said, it's just something I want to do with Omnia fishing. Now, this rod, it looks good. I'm going to set it down here, and I'm going to move this rod tube out of the way. I'm sure there's some paperwork or something in there I probably should see, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Just going to set that there. Now, this rod is the Victory series. I'm not going to do a whole full expose on the rod right now. This is my first impression. It's a fantastic rod. There are two now one is the price, but the other reason why I got this rod is because from basically here to about here, you know, up through the let's see, up through the first 2 guides, I believe it is. It's their older technology, and then the technology with most of their, you know, $200-ish rods, and then from all of that all the way up to the tip is the Legend Extreme. Okay, their higher end rod technology. Their highest end rod technology. And I think it says it on all this paperwork here. I'm trying to remember which one it was. Now, and this is something that if you're familiar with this rod, you already know. So I like the technology on the rod, but I wanted to wait until I got a really good deal on the rod in order to get it. So that's the main reason why I got this rod. This rod is awfully light. It looks to be highly competitive in the whole scheme of the $200 rod market. And just for the record, unless you're tournament fishing, and even if you're tournament fishing, the best bang for your buck these days is at $175 to $225, $250 range. Once you get past $250 retail for a rod, I would say have a reason for having it. Don't just get the rod to say that you have it, unless you're getting the rod for a deal. If you're getting a $400 rod for $200, get it, or $250, get it. But don't pay $400 for a $400 rod and not have a reason for having the rod. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then the tip. So 8 guides and then the tip. And like I said, it's a beautiful rod. I am going to throw it, and I'll let you know how I feel about it. And one of the advantages of being a part of this channel, being a subscriber to this channel, is that you get to hear what not only my first impressions are, but you also get to hear the actual on-the-water review with this rod, with a rod like this and other rods with a spinning rod, because most of the reviews are with the bait cast side, and that's part of what this channel is all about, is maintaining, or I should say, presenting the other side of the story, which I think in many cases is the biggest side of the story, because spinning rods are used by more people in the world than bait casters. It's just the reality of the world. In bass fishing, it's the other way around, but in fishing general, it's spinning rods. Okay, so if I do test this out, I'm actually going to put a Vanford on it, or a Tatula on it, and test it out, because I think it deserves that kind of advantage when we go when I go out and test it out, to give it the 24-hour treatment. Now, here is the other rod. This is a Cash and Baits rod. And once again, I got this rod. By the way, this is my trusty, everybody knows, this is my Cutco knife. People have all those other fancy knives. This was part of my Cutco series of knives, and it is superb for the job that I am tasking it. So that is the reason why you see that there. And what is this? Oh, I'm impressed. I am truly impressed. I think, if I'm seeing this correctly, I probably need to turn it around. Here, let me put the top back on this side, and turn it around. Because this may have a rope on it like the other one did. And here is the butt end of it. Yep, just what I thought. Ooh-wee. John Cruz. This is the John Cruz edition. Now, there are several reasons why this is absolutely beautiful. Okay, woo, that's a lot of rod. This is a lot of rod. Now, by the way, before I move on to this rod, let me tell you briefly what model I got for the Victory Series rod. This is the 7'3" medium power, extra fast action, and it has the SC3 plus carbon construction and the SC6 carbon construction, which is the which is the Legend Extreme. I mean, they got the highest end for the tip and then mid-range for everything else, which I think is a fantastic combination. This is a 6 to 20 pound test, 3/16 to 1/2. One day we're going to have a conversation about ranges when it comes to rods, where the whole issue is about bass fishing. Now, so I'm going to tell you right off the bat, you all saw me pull this Victory out, and I paid the difference that these retail for is only about $40, and it looks like Cash and Rods really wanted to promote themselves in this. This is a beautiful looking rod, beautifully packaged. Look at this. So this is John Cruz edition. I'm taking this plastic off ever so slightly. And once again, as I said, these rods in this $200 range, once you really get serious about fishing in general, and you're not a tournament fisherman, it's worth you making that investment. Wow, this is a beautiful rod. Let me start off by saying this rod is heavy. It's a heavy rod. Okay, I mean it's got a lot of weight back here. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guides and 8 and a tip. Basically 8 runners and a tip. And the stripper guide has this extra guide in the middle here. And so I'm going to learn this rod right now. I'm going to show you what it looks like. You know, you probably have seen it for many of you. And when I tell you I got a good deal on this one, once again, I could have bought 2 of these and stayed within my family budget, well within my family budget. Yeah, this is a heavy rod. It's heavy toward the back, and I don't know why that is right now. I don't know if it's a big problem, but it's weighted. It's definitely weighted toward the back. I will put my scale down in a moment and tell you what each of these rods weighs. This is the 7'4" medium heavy, and it goes from weightless to 1/2 ounce. So this rod here, which is considerably lighter, runs from 3/16 to 1/2 ounce. And this rod, which is considerably heavier, does weightless to 1/2 ounce. And the blank is a little bit thicker as well. I don't know what that means, but this is just my first impression. Now, I am going to say this rod I think is still worth considering, even though it's a little bit heavier at the handle. And just from my first impression, John Cruz is a really, really good fisherman. And I think he puts a lot into Missile Baits, the company that he owns, as well as being a really decent fisherman, professional bass fisherman. He doesn't win everything, but he ranks. He ranks pretty good, and he's won a good amount of money. But Missile Baits is his company. We all know this, and this is his series. The beauty of the St. Croix rods and the Cashin rods, and this is another reason why I purchased them, is that they were always available throughout, even during the the shutdowns and restrictions. These 2 rod categories were most often available. Even right now, when you look on Omnia Fishing's website, you almost never see them out of Cashin rods or St. Croix rods in general, as a general category. You will see them out of Daiwa from time to time, especially on their upper end. You'll see them out of Shimano consistently. You'll see them in Mega Bass. So I'm just saying, take a look at some of these American-made manufacturers, Cashin and St. Croix to boot. Okay, let's get my scale right here. This is a little trusty scale I got from Costco. Some of you have probably seen it before. I'm gonna set it on the ground. Set it on the ground, and then I'm gonna put it on there. 6.8 ounces. Now that might be a little unfair because they got these little tags still on them, but I'm just doing that. Here in this one, even with the tag on there, 3.9 ounces. So almost half. 6.8, 3.9 for the St. Croix. I wanted to share this whole mega purchase with you. I hope that you enjoyed what I presented to you. Give me some feedback. Give me your opinion. What do you think of casting rods? What do you think of the St. Croix Victory? Have you thrown these rods before? In particular, give me your response. This is my mega haul from Omnia Fishing. I really like the items that I purchased. There are some more things that are coming really, really soon. Stay tuned. And I want to thank you. As I've always said, when you're going out there and you're making these purchases, never, never, never go outside of your family's budget trying to buy any of this equipment or anything else that you haven't seen on this channel. But by the law and every ethical means, get out there and break your personal best. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Be blessed.